things that I consider probably the most difficult thing at any level of basketball to do and to do well, and that's called the closeout. Helping us today, New York Liberty staff personnel Jason Montana and New York Liberty point guard Becky Hammon. Closeout essentially is this: a defensive player has some ground to cover to recover out to the offensive player. Becky Hammon will be our defender. Jason's going to throw the skip pass, so if you'll go to that side. Becky, you're in help position in the middle. And I'm the shooter extraordinaire out here. And a versatile offensive player. Becky, tell me, is closing out on an offensive player who can both shoot the jump shot and go off the dribble the toughest thing to do?
It's very difficult to do because I got both. So, you know, generally an offensive player is more one-dimensional. You can shut down one thing. When you have both options, it makes your job a lot more difficult. You have to be a lot more controlled. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start in the help side. And Doris is my shooter over there. Jason is the other offensive player over there. So I'm standing in help side. So generally in help side, I want to be able to see the ball and my man, okay? So Jason has the ball. When I see Jason start to wind up and throw it, when he starts that wind up, I'm going to start running this way, okay? So I'm going to start, my first step is here and it's here, okay? So I'm going to be running out. My first two steps are a run. Okay, after that it's a little bit different. So when the ball's in the air, I'm not watching the ball, I'm running to my man. So I'm stepping, and when I get about right here, I chop my steps and I throw my butt down, my hand up for a shot, okay? With my, you're gonna stay on the balls of your feet. Now my footwork is this. On our team, we're sending people to the baseline. We don't want middle penetration. So my footwork is gonna be closed out such as that I'm coming right here and I'm inviting you to go baseline where I know I can cut you off, okay? So, once again, I see him wind up, it's a sprint, I throw my hands up, I chop down, break down my steps so that I'm ready to move, got my hand up contesting the shot, and ready to recover off the dribble and push step to the sideline.
Is there a lesser of two evils? I mean, the New York Liberty philosophy, is it you'd rather give up a dribble drive or a perimeter jump shot? Does it depend on the player?
I would say it depends on the player. If I'm defending Crystal Robinson, I want her to probably put the ball down on the floor, or a Katie Smith. A great shooter, you're going to come hard and contest the shot hard and more or less take away that jump shot for them and make them put the ball on the floor. Now if I'm defending a penetrator, okay, I'm going to close out and maybe give them a little bit more of a step, a little bit more room to invite them to take that shot, okay, if they're a bad shooter.
So defense closeout essentially is about two things. Number one, obviously, defensive effort. You've got to be prepared to move on the pass. The second thing would be know who you're guarding. Are they a great shooter? Are they a great dribble driver? Which is the first thing you want to take away. So that's the closeout essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Knowing your scouting report is very important.
Coach Coyle will be proud.